What's up everyone? My name is Matthew and welcome back to my series called 4 Pillars of Wellness. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the first pillar, which is body. And today I'm going to tell you guys a little something that you can do with your body every single day that's going to help establish for you a heightened sense of confidence, but also build for you a solid sense of well-being. And so what is it that I'm talking about? I'm talking about posture and having a good posture. Now, having a good posture is super important for two primary reasons. One, when you have a good posture, it has a lot of psychological benefits. That is, you'll feel more confident, you'll feel like you're worth something, and you'll feel ready to tackle the challenges that the world has to offer you. And two, there's a huge sociological benefit to having a good posture because other people around you are going to look at you with respect and treat you with a better sense of kindness. And now something that's super fascinating about posture is that its connection to well-being and one's position in society is something that is not just pertinent to humans, but to all of our ancestors and life on Earth. Something that Dr. Jordan B. Peterson points out in his book called 12 Rules for Life and Antidote to Chaos is that lobsters, who are 350 million years old in terms of when they came to be on this earth, share a common ancestor with humans, and lobsters actually demonstrate this idea of posture and why it's so important so well. And so lobsters are always actually fighting, right? So lobsters are fighting for territory and dominance in their own hierarchy. And so what happens is that when a lobster loses a fight to another lobster, their serotonin levels in their nervous system decrease and they end up slouching down and kind of having a bad posture, and they start retreating and they start losing even more fights and kind of giving up their presence and sense of dominance in the society. Whereas lobsters who win these fights, on the contrary, serotonin levels in their nervous system increase and they end up having a better posture, a stronger, widened posture with their claws out. And what happens is they end up winning more fights and they become kind of the kings and queens of their little lobster hierarchy. And so this little example is really fascinating because it just goes to show how basic this idea of posture is neurologically, not just for humans, but for all life on Earth. It's something so basic that posture has these effects on one's, sense of happiness and sense of well-being, but also position in society, right? And we definitely know this to be true for humans as well. When humans lose, when they lose or they fail at something, for example, they fail a test or they get fired, what happens is they end up slouching down and they feel sad and their shoulders are down and they start losing sense of confidence in themselves and people start treating them accordingly. Whereas on the contrary, when humans win or when they succeed at something, when they do well in a test, when they get a job promotion, they end up standing up with a good posture with their shoulders back and they feel better, they feel confident, and people treat them as such. And so my challenge to you guys is to really just be aware and focus on your own posture, because what you'll see again is those psychological benefits of that confidence and that sense of well-being and the sense of value. But also secondly, you'll realize that people will treat you with the kindness and respect that you deserve. And while I kind of disagree with the phrasing fake it till you make it, because that kind of entails some form of inauthenticity, I think its results are actually very true. When you do something, eventually you'll become that thing. So if you stand up with a good posture and practice that, you'll end up feeling more confident and you'll end up being respected by your peers and those all around you. And so I challenge you to do, instead of faking it till you make it, is simply work on it. Work on having a good posture until you actually have a good posture and you actually do feel more confident in yourself and you feel that value. So in summary, posture is really important. It's so important in terms of, the neurotransmitters that we have in our nervous system, our brains, and just, it's something that's so fundamental to life itself on Earth. With the example of, the lobsters 350 million years ago, this idea of posture is very telling of one's own sense of well-being and one's sense of position in society. So if you work on it, you'll see that both of those things increase for the better. So with that, I hope you guys try it out. I hope you guys work on your posture, and good luck. I'll see you guys in the next one.